After 35 years apart, two lifelong friends are reuniting to embark on an exciting journey of laughter, reflection, and heartfelt conversation. Welcome to the Reality Check podcast, where hosts Jed and Joe dive deep into the topics that matter most, exploring the nuances of life with humor and sincerity. Whether it's sharing personal anecdotes, tackling current events, or sparking thoughtful discussions, this dynamic duo promises to engage your emotions and challenge your perspectives. Join us as Jen and Joe reconnect and invite you into their world, where every episode is a chance to laugh, cry, and think a little deeper. Get ready for an unforgettable experience filled with warmth, wisdom, and a touch of nostalgia. This is the Reality Check Podcast.
Welcome, everybody, to a big time episode, episode 10.
You know what's super exciting is you came back for this one.
I
You missed
did.
last week and you're back for episode 10 because you
Yeah.
wanted this to be about you, which is why you took a week off so that episode 10 would be the reality check with Jen returning out of the blue. So this is super exciting that you're back. Good news is you weren't sick last week. It was just your typical every 2 weeks that you need a little bit of a vacation. So I'm glad to see you made it back, and I didn't have to go at it alone this week for our big episode. You're our big guest, so welcome to the Reality Check podcast with our guest Jen after missing a couple weeks. So thanks for coming back.
Okay, first of all, I missed 1 week. I know that I am such a big presence that it seems like I've been gone forever. It's 1 week. Um, and yeah, thanks for letting me come back to the show. I hear you had a great time last week, and Amanda did a nice job all the way from England via Syracuse.
You know what she said to me today? She messaged me because she didn't get a chance to watch it because she was in Pittsburgh doing the Steel City Con this week. She worked with Davina, who was an agent that we met out in Syracuse. She said, I didn't realize that there was video with the podcast. She said, I would have never sat in my bed with a t-shirt, no makeup, looking like, and I will quote her because I think it's very English what she said. She said, um, FS, which we know what that is, right? It's FFS or whatever.
I was going to
Yeah.
say, is that short for FFS?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So
Okay.
FS, I didn't know you were going to post the video on the podcast. I would have not been lay in my bed with my hair and face a mess had I known. I thought a podcast was just audio. I look like a effing state.
A
And that
state.
must be English for not real good, I'm guessing.
I
So,
thought she was good.
Amanda, we were thankful you came on. You were exhausted. You still, you came on, you flew out the next morning to Pittsburgh. I think the podcast went well. We have English followers now. She's doing some big things with her music stuff. But yeah, that's what she told me today. She was like, I can't believe that you didn't say you were recording in a video. I was like, you saw me the whole time. Like we were looking at each other. It wasn't just audio. She's like, good point. Yeah, so pretty funny. Pretty funny that she wasn't aware that we were going to share the video, but she got her. She
Well,
got her.
if
She got it.
it makes Amanda feel better, I have hair in a state. I have no makeup on, and I am A-okay with it. So she looked great. Now, if you were going to be looking like a state, what state would you look like? I think I would look like Hawaii.
I don't think that's what it meant, but
I know, but I'm just.
you look. I think you would look like the state of confusion is what I think you would look like. I'm just saying. Yep, there it
You're
is.
mean. You're so mean.
Honest, not mean. Honest. There's a
It's okay.
difference. So
Someone said something. Wait, someone said something the other day, and it was like, I'm not. No, I was being clear, not mean. I was
I
like,
like
that's fantastic. I will be using
that's
that.
that, especially in HR, you can use it very well. Yes.
Tuck that in your sleeve.
All right. Save it for later.
That
So
was free advice. Free 99.
$3.99. It's Monday. Let's
It is.
check in on your weekend. What'd you do?
Well, when I was a kid, my mom was always really great at like decorating stuff for like every holiday. And I've been a mom for 17 years and have never been great at it. Because I'm always like, oh, shoot, the holiday's tomorrow. Oh, well, we don't have time to put stuff up. So this time I was like, okay. When I was a kid at Easter time, one of the things I loved to do was we would take Easter eggs and like put them on string, and then we would make the tree in our front yard an Easter egg tree. So I bought 100 eggs,
Oh no.
and Ella and I put a
Oh no.
hundred eggs on a string.
Pump the brakes real quick. Did you set your timer while you were putting the eggs on the string to ensure that you and Ella stayed focused on the egg stringing?
No, because we stayed focused because we were having fun. So 100 eggs on string, and then we went out and we like decorated the tree. And then I thought, okay, well, we're both relatively short compared to this tree. So I got out the ladder and nobody got injured. Hey, no trips to the emergency room, no broken bones. So we up the ladder and got a little higher in the tree, and I love it. It looks so beautiful. And here is a picture of it. I will show you now.
Oh, I can't wait. Cannot wait. This is so exciting.
Yes.
So it took you the whole weekend, kind of like the curtains the last couple weeks. It takes a little bit of time. So was this a
No,
Friday, Saturday, Sunday project or
no,
okay.
no. So Friday, um, my husband and I found ourselves alone because Ella was at a birthday party. So we went out to dinner. And then
Chili's?
Saturday,
Chili's?
no, no, we
Wow,
did
two
not go to
times in a
Chili's.
row you didn't go to Chili's?
No, and we didn't go all weekend. Oh, and by the way, Monday nights, Ella and I usually go have girls' dinner. And today she said, I want to go to Chili's. And I said, no Chili's. Why not? Because I will eat the chips. I will eat every one of those chips. And you'll find out in a few minutes why I had to decline Chili's. But I did decline Chili's. So it's been like a whole like 2 weeks since I've been to Chili's.
You're
Maybe three.
probably going bankrupt. That's probably what's happening.
I probably think I died. I don't know.
I'm gonna call
Oh,
them later just to check in and let them know you're okay. They're
they're
probably
like checking
concerned.
obituaries. Where are they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so anyway, we did the tree, and um we did a lot of exercising, and yeah, just spent a lot of time together. It was kind of nice.
Nice. Sounds fun.
How about you?
Well, I worked doing security. I worked doing my new job with my lovely senior population. And then I ran into a friend of mine who I haven't seen in 28 years. I caught up with her. She came to Rochester from Oneonta. She listens to the podcast, never wants to be a guest, too
Hey,
nervous.
girl. Hey.
But she was in Rochester with her family. Her son had a soccer game out in Pittsburgh. And so haven't seen her since we were both 17. And so 28 years later, it's cool to catch up again. So it seems like this path of just continuing to run into people that I haven't seen in 400 years. And it makes me feel old. And when you get to talking and reminiscing about stuff, it's pretty sweet. And, to see her kids, she has younger kids. So to see the kids play soccer and, meet her husband, it was pretty cool. Very cool
Wait,
opportunity.
so you stayed for the game?
Half of the game, and then I got a call that I had to go to work because somebody didn't remember to give a key for the guest suite, so I had to go get the key.
Oh, I thought you had to go to work for something else.
No, that
What else
that was
did you
Saturday.
do?
That was
What
Saturday.
did you do on Saturday? Because,
Uh,
wait, let's preface this. Oh, Joe. Hi, I run into you at church. Joe, are you okay? Did you get in a fight with a razor? Because you got a big cut on your head. Oh, no, 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 no. That is not from shaving my head bald. That is from.
Playing the Easter Bunny. It was it was a pretty serious injury. Yeah, it was pretty exciting. I do have to say
I
the
think we have
moral
a
of the
picture of that.
yeah, we can't share that picture.
Oh, I think we've got the. Yeah, we're going to be showing the picture. Just wait.
We'll see.
Hmm,
So anyhow, the best part about it is it was supposed to be our housekeeper, and he didn't show up on Saturday. So
can't imagine why.
the activities director said, "Hey, haha, do you want to play the Easter Bunny?" And I said, "Good news, most of those costumes don't fit all of this." But then I realized I'm no longer extra, 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 extra fat. So we pull the pants out for the bunny, perfect fit. We pull the shirt out for the bunny, and it's like a corset. It was very tight, slim fitting, made me all tight and handsome looking. Put
Swole.
the paws on, put the feet on, put the head on where I got to my nice slice to my head. And we had some kids that came out to see their grandmas and grandpas, and we had a lot of
Aw.
families there. And it was. I mean, I think I said to our activities director, I'm gonna wear it more frequently because it was like a sauna inside that thing. Like I got out of that costume and it like I probably dropped another 10 pounds due to the corset and tight fitting top half. But it was a good time. Always looking to keep it enjoyable for my seniors and their families. And
Aw.
yes, so that's what I did on Saturday.
Did you like have a voice, or does the Easter Bunny
The
remain
Easter
quiet?
Bunny doesn't talk. He doesn't talk.
Did you have to hold children?
No, they gave me hugs. We did an Easter egg hunt in the community. So they walked around and found Easter eggs, and I just came around and helped them find Easter eggs. And eventually, after about 20 minutes of being sweaty, I was like, I gotta get out of this, man. It's nuts.
Now,
So
is that a costume that you just have on hand?
well, at our community, I don't have it personally. I
Hmm.
wouldn't keep a costume like that personally. However, I did make it look good. So there's
I'm
potential. Who
thinking,
knows?
we have a Easter egg hunt at church next week.
Yeah, I don't have access to it, unfortunately. Sorry.
Hmm,
Just saying.
hmm.
Moving along to our
Moving right
national
along.
days. Our national
Well,
days, once again.
I was just
Well,
gonna
what?
say you definitely look smashing, and I think our viewers need to weigh in on this lovely picture of Joe and the other side of him.
Yeah, it's not. It's beautiful, but we'll forego it. Save
I
them the
like the baby
heartache.
blue. I like the baby blue with the pink buttons.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's so good. So remember, we're looking at national days next week, not this week, because I announced this week's last week.
Hmm.
So next Monday, I don't know if you're into this, but this is an interesting one. And actually, next week, a lot of the days had a lot of different things. And so I just picked one that I thought was the best because there were some that might have caused a little stir, to be honest. So Monday, April
Come
14th,
on, I like stirs.
National Gardening Day. Do you garden?
Yes, I do.
You garden for real?
I do.
What do you garden?
Well,
Oh boy.
I
Whenever you say well, it's going to be like a 4-minute story that ends with you giving up on gardening or something. Like that's what's going to happen.
no, I don't give up.
I
So
don't give up. Is that your motto now
I'm
for
gardening.
April? Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
gardening.
All right.
Okay, so I do flowers. I love buying all the flowers and covering my front of my house with flowers. I have tried a vegetable garden one time, and I decided that was far too much work because of all the weeds. I was like, oh, no. Mm-mm. Nope. Nope. So
All
I
right.
did give up on that.
Yeah, I've never gardened. I'm not interested in it. No clue. I don't
So
even like
what
to
day
get
is that?
dirty.
Monday?
That's
I have to.
Monday.
It's too cold out to garden. I can't do
Well,
it.
you got a week. It'll be warmer. On April 15th, it's National Laundry Day. So you don't have to do laundry the
Oh,
rest of the week, just on April 15th. So get those
my
dirty
husband
clothes
doesn't.
out.
Mm-mm.
Man, you don't cook and you don't do laundry?
No.
Hot take here. What kind of wife are you?
Be kind.
All right, fair enough. Good news. If you don't do your laundry on April 15th, April 16th is National Wear Your PJs to Work Day. So, as an HR
Yes,
person, I think you should really pitch that and promote that and find some appropriate PJs to wear to work on Wednesday next week.
I can't because I will be spending the. Oh no. Oh no. We're going back. Hold on.
What are you doing? Is that an electric chair?
It's it's a massage chair, but it goes zero gravity, and my arm hit the button, and so I started to go zero gravity.
Welcome to our special podcast.
Okay, so back to me. So,
That's what the whole show is about, is you. It's
I
fine.
know it's
Episode
it's
10.
it's okay. Episode 10.
Episode 10 with
Um,
Jen. It rhymes. See? It's all about
oh,
you.
made for me. What were we talking about?
National PJ Days.
Oh yes, yes. So I can't wear my PJs because I will be in Columbus, Ohio next week for pretty much all week, the 15th through the 18th, which happens to be the best national day.
The 18th.
Yeah,
Save it. We'll see if it is. Hold it. But here's what I
definitely.
think. What are you going to Columbus for? A training?
A safety conference.
Listen, wearing your PJs to a safety conference will help completely have people be safe. These are not the PJs you wear to work. It's not safe. These are not the PJs you wear to work. It's not safe. I feel like you could really do a presentation on what PJs not to wear to work for safety purposes.
I think it's probably any PJs.
I don't know. I think you can wear PJs to work. Anyhow, April 17th, this is a fun day you can do while you're down there at the conference. It's
Okay.
National High Five Day. National High
Yes.
Five Day. High five everybody on the 17th. And then the 18th, which you said is a special holiday, national day. I think it's a good national day to go into what you were going to share earlier, but maybe there's something else happening that day. April 18th is National Exercise Day.
Perfect.
And what else is it?
It's my birthday.
Oh boy, this really turned into a National Jen Day. All right, well, it's National Exercise Day and National Happy Birthday to Jen Day on April 18th. So if you see her, have her do her laundry, wear her PJs, and give her a high five, and then you can exercise with her. Speaking of which, that's what you wanted to share with the audience.
Yes. So a few episodes ago, we heard from Casey, who was going all in on 75 hard. And if you don't remember what 75 hard is, it is two 45-minute workouts a day, one of which must be outside, no matter what. Stick to a diet. Read 10 pages of a nonfiction book. No alcohol, no cheat meals. And a gallon of water with nothing in it, not even a squeeze of lemon every day. So I am on day 5.
Great question. That's awesome. Did you happen to have any hiccups when you first started this? Because
No, I
you know our
didn't.
friend Casey, right? She's got like 5 or 6 days left, and you know how many hiccups she had?
None.
None. And she didn't have to do what? She didn't have
Start
to
over.
start over, right? But
Mhm.
only you, out of everybody I know, you start over everything. So when you texted me and said, "Hey, good news, I'm starting 75 hard," I was like, "All right, let's see." And then a couple days later, you're like, "Yeah, had to start over." My face was like, not shocked, not shocked.
Okay, but let me tell you why I had to
Oh
start over.
boy.
No, seriously. So I sail through day 1. Sail through. day 2 comes. Okay, well, first of all, day 1, I sail through, and then I have to go into work at 10 p.m. for an hour. I ended up getting home at 2 a.m., which I'm not that great at math, but I know that's more than 1 hour. So there was 0.00% chance getting home at 2 a.m. that I was going to be getting up at 4:30 to go to the gym. Okay, fine. That's not too terrible. You could do something else. So I was like, okay, well, I'm already behind the 8 ball. I'm gonna have to get 2 workouts in today, but I can still do it. And then Rochester became Rochester, and outside it couldn't decide what the hell it was going to do. So it thundered, it lightninged, it downpoured, and then downpoured ice. Like, okay, this is a sign. I failed. So luckily, I failed on day 2 and not like 72,
Yeah, that would have sucked.
because I would have just been out there.
Yeah, you would have been
But
like,
I
I
was
didn't
like,
really fail. I just skipped a day.
no. So I'm not gonna fail. So anyhow, I failed on day 2, got right back on, which normally I'm like, screw it, I can't do this. But I did not do that. So I'm on day 5 today. Oh, and take a progress pic every day. I forgot to say that. Um, which is kind of awkward, but I do it. And so yeah, so I'm on day 5. I'm like feeling good. Um, I have my daughter for the outdoor workout. We do a 45-minute walk, and we've found a couple challenging areas where there's some nice big hills and things like that. And so she's like right into it, which is awesome. It's really cool to see her kids like wanting to be, active and things like that. And today guess what I was doing after work? Taking a nap. And she came bursting in and was like, let's go. We got to go. And I said, give me 10 minutes. So she gave me 10 minutes on the dot and came back in and was like, all right, let's go. We're going. So out we went. And I got to say, today I did not want to walk. Like, I was just tired and beat and I didn't want to do it, but I did it. And I will say that sometimes I have to, like, it's like friggin' 34 degrees outside and I do not like cold. Like, no. But put my hat on, put like all the gear on, and then after you get out and you get doing it, like, you really do feel better. Like, the fresh air does a lot for you. So it's nice.
Well, it's good you have an accountability partner too, because we know if you didn't, the struggle would be still real. So good job, Ella. Very proud of you. Keep your mom in check. Make sure that we're not talking about this every week of her starting over.
I will
And
not stop.
if you could help her read the daily Bible too, that would be great, Ella. Um, just saying, please and thank you. Episode 10, we're still referencing that because it's still a problem. Um, but
I'm trying. I'm trying.
mhm. So good news, episode 10. What do we have next?
So I thought it would be super cool if, since it's episode 10, and this is kind of a little milestone, so to speak, that we talked about a couple fun top 10s. So the first one we're going to go through is, well, let me just say that both of these top 10s I can personally relate to. And if you've been a listener on our show, you'll know, oh, these are perfect for me.
Cannot
So
wait.
we will start with the top 10 ways for you to uh, not let somebody know that you forgot their birthday.
Without making it awkward, right? Like that's the
Yeah,
key word.
yeah, yeah,
We're to tell your friend you forgot their birthday without making it awkward.
yeah.
Get us started.
So, are we doing a countdown from 10 to 1? Or
I
1
think
to
we could
10?
do it that way. Yeah, let's do 10 to 1.
Okay, 10 to 1. So,
So I go first.
you go first.
The gift first, apology later style. Okay, I'll admit it. I forgot your birthday. But look, I got you this awesome gift to make up for it. Apologies, and here's to making up for it in style. The gift first, apology later.
Interesting. Mine would be number 9. I was preparing for the ultimate surprise. I was so focused on planning the ultimate birthday surprise that I may have gotten the dates a little wrong, but I promise it's going to be amazing.
That sounds just like you. You probably should just read the whole list.
I told you.
Number 8, the let's have a post birthday party. I didn't forget your birthday. I just figured you'd want to avoid the crowds. How about a belated birthday bash instead? I think that's fine. Like that one's not really awkward. That's just like, hey, cool beans, let's do it afterwards. Absolutely.
Just so you know, I don't want to hear any of these from
For
you.
next Friday? Oh, I'm doing them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 7.
This is a good one. A lot of people probably go by this one for sure.
Oh, absolutely. I know that I rely on this reminder from time to time. It is the social media blame game. You know, Facebook didn't remind me until it was too late. And by then, I was already in my comfy pants, aka PJs.
Right?
Sorry.
Stupid Facebook not reminding you in time. I depend on that a lot, to be honest.
Me too. I'm
If
like,
you're not
oh, it's birthday.
if you're not in my phone and you're not my kids, yeah, it's pretty much Facebook alert. So the I thought we were doing something low key anyway approach.
Ew, that's
I
terrible.
thought we were just going to skip the party and have a chill day together. Guess I misinterpreted that one. Happens.
No, no one ever wants to hear that one. That's a terrible one. Number 5, and I just completely agree with this because, well, the I'm celebrating you all year excuse. I didn't forget. I'm just extending your birthday celebration all year long. I hope that works for you.
I think
Of
I
course
think
it works
somebody
for me.
I was just gonna say, I think somebody on this podcast would think that's a great excuse and would be like, thank you for not being awkward about this and understanding how important it is for me to celebrate all year. Like,
Yeah.
I think, yeah. Well, number 4, the you're just too young approach. I honestly thought your birthday was still a few months away because you look so young. I couldn't keep up. We know that's not true for you, so we know that approach, you look ancient. So I'm just saying,
Joseph,
be kind. I got it.
that was terrible. You're gonna get thumbs
I-
down on
I'm
our
not
podcast.
being mean. I'm just being clear.
Oh,
Was in the sleeve.
you wait.
I got it.
I can't wait. Okay. Number 3. The I was waiting for the right moment. Okay, so I didn't forget. I was just waiting for the perfect time to celebrate. Guess what? It's now.
I like that one actually.
You'll
That's a good
probably
one.
try
Number 2, the time traveler excuse.
that.
Wait,
Ooh,
was your birthday not last week? I swear I saw it in my calendar. Must have been a glitch in the matrix. Just missed.
no, so
Just missed. Yeah, it was kind of dumb.
that was dumb. You could have done a lot more with that time traveler thing. Uh-uh.
I didn't write this.
Okay, drum roll.
Ready?
The number 1 in the top 10. The belated but better late than never card. Happy belated birthday! I've been planning the perfect gift. Just didn't get it to you on time, but trust me, it's worth the wait.
Hey, I think that's the best one for sure because it's the thought that counts. Doesn't matter if it's on time. Still get something. It's a thought that counts.
No. Moving on.
I think so. So next Friday, if you forget that it's Jen's birthday, we have now given you 10 options to make sure you wish her a happy birthday and not make it lame. And she will not know where these come from because she probably wasn't paying attention what we read.
I'll forget.
So yeah. So make sure you wish her a happy birthday next Friday. What's our next top 10 list? Because you said it has to do with you again.
Yes.
All right.
All right. This top 10 is the top 10 excuses. No, I'm sorry. The top 10 worst excuses for being late to work.
I've heard them all, and I can't wait to read this list because I just was skimming it, and some of them are pretty hysterical. And actually, if somebody told me at my office a couple of these, I would probably be like, "You win a prize for being
Good
absolutely
try.
creative." Yeah, absolutely. Kudos to you. Number 10. I thought today was Saturday. It's been one of those weeks. I had a lot of emotional support sleeping to catch up on. Jennifer.
Oh, I'm gonna try that one. Number
Yeah,
9. I
my
got
favorite part. Wait, before you go, my favorite part about that is it's so true, and I could see you saying that. Listen, thought it was Saturday. I had a lot of emotional support sleeping to catch up on, aka nap time.
right because I sleep on Saturdays.
I
Duh.
know. I understand.
Oh, and by the way, we did get a compliment that when we talk about the naps and the time timer and the drapes, we're hilarious. But we already know that.
We know.
Okay, number 9. I got locked inside my own closet with no phone. I didn't even realize I was late until I ran out of snacks.
I love it.
I
Number
mean,
8.
I didn't even realize I was late is like true for me.
Yeah.
But not anymore because wait, we're going to segue into this just for a moment. Dun dun dun.
Oh boy.
Debuting the most wonderful invention ever to be made. Yes, you heard it here 2 weeks ago, and here it is. The time.
7.99 on Amazon.
That's
Delivered
right.
overnight.
$7 on Amazon. And so here's how it works. Now I told you, it looks like a clock, right? Yep, looks like a clock. And so what you do is it goes from 0 to 60 minutes. And so if I have 25 minutes to get ready for work, I just move that little majigger to 25
That's
and
called a
look,
knob.
yeah, a knob. And then it goes all purple down to 25. And then I have like a more of a visual when the time is decreasing. And this is so incredibly helpful. And I know that you like shake your head at me and are like, "Oh, you're such a idiot." But I'm not an idiot. And this thing is like amazing. So, if you have time blindness, if you have time that just disappears out of nowhere into thin air, then I would highly recommend that you get yourself a time timer. Okay,
It's called a time timer
it's really what it's called, time timer.
because a regular timer doesn't time.
I don't know. I didn't make up
So
the
the
name.
marketing department is sitting there and they're
Yeah.
like, what should we call this timer? We're going to call it a time timer because no other timer is time. That is an awful marketing department, first of all. It's like,
Oh,
why don't
it's
we
kind of
call
catchy.
it the time timer is kind of catchy? Why don't we call it the clock clocker? Let's go get a clock clocker.
No, it's a
Yeah,
time timer.
we're going to get a clock clocker. I'm going to put my watcher on so I can watch my. I mean, seriously.
You're dumb.
I'm
This
not.
is
Listen, just think about what you're saying. It's a time timer. Duh. It's a timer. It's timing time. A watch. I'm gonna watch Watcher now. Like what?
Yes, but you're glossing over the whole reason why this is remarkable. And that is because I have a real thing, which is called time blindness,
Is it
because I have
diagnosed?
ADHD. Yes, I have ADHD.
No, is
And
time blindness diagnosed? Is that on your medical records?
well, ADHD is.
Is
And
time blindness on your medical records?
it's part of having ADHD. It's a symptom. It's not a.
On our next episode, we're going to bring on a doctor to discuss ADHD and time blindness
I
and
will.
teach you about time timers here at the Reality Check with Jen and Joe.
Listen, what you're doing right now is you're making fun of it, and other people are going to feel bad that they have this. But listen, you don't have to feel bad. Joe's just a jerk. Listen, time blindness is real, and the time timer is highly recommended. Moving on. Number
So
8.
hold on. I'm going to clarify that jerk comment. I'm not a jerk.
You are.
I am a junior educated rich kid, as I like to say in the old days.
Oh,
Um,
oh
yeah,
my.
I'm bringing that out for sure. You're welcome. And that's old school, junior educated rich kid. Um,
Oh my God.
yeah,
I forgot about that.
yeah. But in reality, like in all seriousness, yeah, ADHD is a very real diagnosis, and people do struggle with time blindness, with attention to details, with finishing things they start. And it's a real thing. I bust chops because it's Jen, but if you are somebody looking for a time timer, please just call it a timer though. Like
Oh, it's
I
a
don't
time
care that
timer.
you're using it for time blindness, but please just call it a timer because that's what it is. And the
No,
marketing
it's
of it
not.
just
It's
makes
not
me
a regular
sad.
timer. It's not a regular timer. It's a time timer because it shows you the disappearance of time. It's not a regular timer. This is
What
not
is
like your
wait,
average
so
kitchen
so
timer.
a
Oh, and it
kitchen
beeps too.
timer, a
Hear that?
kitchen it beeps too.
But
A kitchen timer times time as well and clocks out. It just doesn't show you colors. That's the difference.
yes, but that's what I'm saying. That's why this is important, is because the color, people with ADHD often have um, like better awareness to things with color. And so the color helps you to have an awareness of the passing time versus like, when I take a shower and I think it takes me 3 minutes and it actually takes me 15. Like, but now I get out and I go, oh my God, 15 minutes went by.
That's because you're dirty. That's why it takes longer to shower.
You're so gross. You're just
I
gross.
was a bit, I was just saying. All right, number 8.
Okay, keep going.
I was abducted by aliens again. They said they had important questions about Earth. I tried to make it back sooner, but they insisted on a tour of their galaxy. That's a good one.
Now, I have a funny thing. There is a certain individual that I have encountered in the workplace who calls in about 3 times a week and says there is a animal car accident in the road. I'm going to be late. And I'm like, how many freaking animals are getting killed every week?
Does he go
A
the same way
lot.
to work? Is my question.
I don't know.
And then my second question is, could he identify those animals?
As what?
Well,
Animals?
like I would ask him like, "Hey, what animal this week?" "Oh, it was a
He says
deer."
it's deer. He says it's deer every week,
Every week he says it's deer?
multiple times a week.
He must be driving in the woods. He's like, "How did you
He
get to
drives a
work?" I
sleigh.
took I went off-road and just happened to hit Bambi. It was an accident. And then the next day, I mean, seriously, you're not hitting a deer every day. 3 days a
No,
week?
he's not saying he hit the
No,
deer.
no, I
He's
know, but
saying
3 days,
people
three
hit
days, 3 days a week.
it. At least I can prove it.
I I think he needs to take pictures of those accidents.
Agreed.
Be like, "Could you please
Agreed.
show me? I love this. I'm so interested in accidental accidents that I would like to watch."
I'm actually going to a safety conference next week,
Yeah,
and
I need
maybe
to
I
take
can find
some
a talk.
I would like to have bullet points to share with the group that's there to work on. Yeah, I mean that's pretty serious. I mean, there's a lot of deer. Maybe that person that keeps hitting him is hunting, and I don't know.
Maybe he has big spotlights on his car and he's causing the accidents because the deer get blinded by the spotlights and then they get hit by these cars and then it makes him late for work.
Maybe he's got a restaurant called Jim's. Hold on,
Roadkill.
Jim's Roadkill. You grill him, you kill him, we grill him. That's what his motto is.
That's so gross. Okay,
All right,
well, anyway,
number
that's
7.
a
And what
real,
is
that's a
shock
real
that
thing.
number 7 falls to you right now?
Oh my gosh. So funny. I don't understand. Oh, I understand. Okay.
Oh,
My
geez.
alarm clock is on strike. It refused to go off this morning. It has a serious case of unionization. I don't understand that.
Well, because it went on strike because the clock was a union. It's an alarm clock. And it said, I'm not going to ring because I don't want you to get up. So you're going to
Is
be for late.
unionization a word?
Yes, you work in HR.
Yeah,
It's
but I
when a
thought,
union comes together, they unionize.
oh yeah, I've heard unionize, but I don't hear unionization. That sounds like a made up word.
Well, you just said it, so it's your made up word now.
I
Number
don't think
6.
I didn't make that.
Oh, this might be your buddy who called you 3 times. He was trying to save a family of ducks crossing the road. They didn't seem to understand the urgency of his situation to get to work. So it wasn't really accidents. He sees ducks crossing the road. Pump the brakes. I'm gonna go help cross the road with those ducks.
Wait, have you ever seriously like the geese when they come across with their 27 babies and they
Yeah.
just take their sweet ass old time?
Guess what? In my
But
courtyard at my new place of business
yes,
are ducks. They've laid a lot of eggs in my courtyard, and there's a lot of ducks. And we have a nice big pond out front, and guess what's in our pond? Geese.
ducks.
No,
Oh,
geese. So, in order for us to get the ducks from the courtyard to the pond when they hatch, we have to let them walk through our building right out the front door. How exciting is that going to be when this happens in a few months?
oh,
Should see
you have to.
little ducks parading, parading, parading right to the front door.
You need to record it. I want to see it.
Uh, yeah,
Okay. Well, you won't be late that day because you'll already be at work. Mhm.
correct.
Yep. Okay. Number 5. I
This
oh
this
yes.
is a good one.
See, now this is me at the
This
end
is
of
yeah,
7500 when I'm gonna take my progress pick and I'm like,
yeah.
oh hey girl, hey. I got caught in a staring contest with my reflection. It went on way longer than I expected. I just couldn't look away. I'm going to use that tomorrow because I'm late for work just about every day. So I'm going to use that tomorrow.
I just got a question. Don't you work in HR?
Yeah, I do.
So, what kind of example are you setting? How to be late?
Well, I don't really have a work schedule.
Hmm.
I just have like the time that I would like to be there, but I never make it by that time. And
Is that
so,
because of the time timer not working correctly?
well, no, I'm doing much better with the time timer now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 4, my car had a flat tire and I had to wait for my pet cat to help me change it, which we all know I wouldn't have a cat. She's very independent and wasn't in the mood to lend a paw this morning. Would
They're
would,
never
Mus-
in the mood to lend a
would Mr.
paw.
Mustachio help you change a tire?
No.
Mhm.
In fact, back to the gardening, my cats, I have 2 big planters as you walk up the steps to my house. There's, one on each side. Very pretty. Except the cats have decided that those are their beds. And so one cat in each planter and they lay in the planters and so as you're driving up to the house, there they are. So, yeah. Number 3. Oh my gosh, me again. I accidentally got stuck in a time loop. I swear I was at work 3 hours ago. Someone's messing with the space time continuum. Or I could just say, oh my gosh, my time timer, the battery must have died because it says I still have 30 minutes left. All right,
Not good.
maybe. Oh my God, this is so great.
Number 2, I was attacked by a gang of squirrels. They were after my lunch. I barely escaped with my life and my sandwich.
Interesting.
The favorite
Let me
one
ask
is number 1, though, for sure.
Oh, yes, yes. But let me ask you a question about squirrels. At your house, are the squirrels gray or black?
Gray.
Hmm. In Syracuse, they're black. And at my house over here in Farmington, they are gray, but they have these blonde tails. They're they have these big, beautiful blonde tails, like they dyed their tails blonde. Crazy, huh? Did you ever see a squirrel with the blonde hair?
Maybe I saw chipmunks with blonde hair.
Not Alvin and the Chipmunks. Eh. All right. And number one, the top 10 worst excuses for being late to work. Number one is my pet goldfish had a panic attack. It's very demanding. It requires a lot of emotional support. In fact, I'm its emotional support human. But
That's pretty sad for the pet goldfish. Upset about it.
do you know that during COVID I had a beta? He was beautiful. He was like navy blue and he had this big bushy tail. And I taught it how to jump out of the fishbowl and get the food off my finger.
I have no words. I just don't.
And I did see
Sometimes you say things and then people think I'm being mean, but really, people listening to this, even if it's just 5 people, think the same thing I'm thinking.
you
Like,
don't
they
think
just,
I'm dumb.
I didn't say dumb. I just said, like, some of the things you say, people are just like, why, Jen? Why? Why
Why?
would,
Because I was sitting at my desk. It was just me, my desk, and my fish. And so I taught it how to jump out of the bowl and get the food off my finger. And then I saw on YouTube that people actually taught their betas to jump not only out to get their food off their finger, but to jump through this little mini hoop. But my fish died before I could teach him that.
probably because when it jumped up to touch your finger, it fell out of the dish and just was drowned, like dried out.
No, he just died.
Crazy.
R.A.P. Fishy.
I mean, what was his name?
He didn't have a name. He's a fish.
You didn't
Fishy,
name your.
fishy,
All right, fine.
fishy,
All
fishy.
right, finish our last segment.
All right. Question.
That was almost fun. I guess we probably could have picked a better list for the first one. The birthday excuses weren't great. The late excuses for work were pretty good.
They were.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we wouldn't have our show if we didn't do questions for humans. And I lost the cards.
This is what I talk about every week. Every week. Like you didn't just lose the card. You lost all of the cards except one. Except one. Like she doesn't even have the thing to go. "Hoo, ha, 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 ha." She doesn't even have that. She's got one card. And knowing our luck, you probably haven't even read it yet, but it's probably a card we've already done, or it's probably stupid. So I should probably have a backup just in case.
I
Unfreaking
lost the
believable.
cards. No, now I really want to know where the cards are, though. Like, I didn't lose the cards. The cards are just not in the drawer, and that's where I always put them. So somebody took the cards.
Somebody else is pretending to be us.
I think so.
Maybe Ella's having her own show. She's like, all right, tonight we're doing questions for humans.
Why am I such a freaking mess? Like, I lost the cards.
You just focused on the wrong thing. The
I
time
guess.
timer is your focus, not the cards. All right, well, hopefully it's not a card we've done already.
All right, let me read it.
If it is, I have another one. So,
Oh, my stomach hurts from laughing. Okay. Oh, we haven't done this one.
okay.
Oh, it's a good one.
We don't really have an option for another one. So
I know.
it
We have
is
to
what
go
it
with our
is.
Okay. If your car could write you a note and leave it for you in the morning, what would it say?
Well, I know what yours would say. Go back to bed, Jen.
Why?
Because you're not a good driver.
What? I'm a good
Because you're
driver.
the story about the guy not getting to work on time because of all the accidents is because he followed you.
That's not true.
I know. I think my car would say like start me sooner because I try to always warm it up so that it starts earlier so I don't get outside and it's not warm or it's not air conditioned. Like I when it's hot out, I start it so the air conditioning comes on.
But that's
Yep,
for you. That's not for the car.
that's what it said.
It's if your car was writing you a note,
Yeah, that's what the car would say.
what would it say? Yeah, but
Start me up.
you're starting it for yourself, so to be warm or air conditioned. The car doesn't care.
The car does care, then it's running longer. Makes it better, stronger,
I
more
think
intelligent.
that's a myth.
Oh, whatever. What's yours gonna say?
Well, I think it would say one of two things. Or maybe it would just say, "Hi, Jen. Let me advise you on a couple things," and there would be a couple bullets. Bullet one would be, "Please clean me. I'm not a garbage dump," which is not my fault. I have children. They're awful. And two, it would say, "If you want to get where you're going, you're gonna need to put some gas in this thing. The light is not a suggestion." That's what it was saying.
That's fair. That is fair. That is fair. So we've done 10 episodes of this. Well, I've actually done 10. You've done 9. So you're close. Like maybe next week can be your 10th episode and we'll
I mean,
celebrate that.
I edited 10.
You edited 9.5 because Preston did help us the first week a little bit.
Okay. All right. You're right.
So 9.5. So you haven't even had a 10th show yet. So next week will be your 10th show. If you show up. If not, I'll be on my own again because now I've got Zoom, so I don't have to depend on your whatever this is, Microsoft Teams. I have a Zoom account, so I could do my own. I'm gonna break off because you know what? That's what boy bands do after 10 shows. They just break off and do their own thing. And I'll be called the Czech Reality with Joe. And
Yeah,
then
but you're never successful on a solo career.
look at Justin Timberlake. I modeled myself after him.
Oh.
Yeah. Now what? Bye bye bye. See what I did
Oh,
there?
Beyonce, Destiny's Child. Yep.
Yep. Good luck.
Hmm.
But I think as of right this minute, next Monday, the the 17th, right? No, the 14th. What am I talking about? The 14th. Oh, are you going to be able to do it if you're in Columbus?
I won't be in Columbus on Monday.
Okay, phew. I was worried. Well, no, I actually wasn't worried because I just would have done it on my own.
You just
But
went into this whole thing about how you're going to go off on your own
yeah,
and
did
you've
you hear what
got
I was going to call it?
stuff.
The Czech
Yes,
Reality with Joe. It's a
yes,
beautiful name.
yes.
We're going to have Melanie Morley to really talk about speed dating. She was sick last
Okay,
week, so she is planning to be on next week.
she is going to think my idea is fan freaking tastic. In
She
fact,
actually
I
just
better not tell her. I'm going to sell it to her.
she just posted a bunch of upcoming speed dating things in the next couple weeks, so
We should go to one.
we're not going to one.
We should, because then we would like be able. It's just for research.
Just for
Sure.
we could just tape a show there and interview people as they're going through the process.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Why? Why not?
no.
Why? Aren't you curious?
Not even a little bit.
Come
Mm,
on.
no
Come
thanks.
on.
So potentially she's going to be here and join us next week. And as long as she's feeling good, her computer's up and running, that'll be great. And then we have some future potential celebrities joining our show, which will be pretty cool. Not maybe not huge celebrities to everybody else, but to have some actresses on our show and some actors. And like, how cool is that after 10 episodes to be able to start having, people jump on the show? And then we have, I have my mental health gala and celebrity game coming up. We're getting real close to that, about a month away.
Yeah, the one
Um,
I'm not invited to.
yes, that is correct. You're
Yeah.
invited, but you got to buy a ticket. I mean, it's not free 99 for you.
How does this work?
What do you mean? How does it work? If I had $1 for
You
everybody that
use
asked me
my,
for a free ticket,
you use my podcast as a platform for like 3, 4 weeks in a row to advertise, and then you tell me I can't come?
your podcast
I mean, you said it was all about me.
today,
You
I
said
know
it today, not
today.
me.
Well, last week was about me because it was just me. Because guess what? You show up every 6 weeks.
Yeah, but
Um,
did you watch it? Because when you said, "Oh, everybody has to agree with me because Jen's not here," there was a little blue guy who showed up and said, "Denied."
yeah, graphics garbage. In reality, we have some really cool things upcoming. I'm super excited. 10 shows. If we would have told us probably 10 shows ago that we were going to do 10 shows in really a 12-week period, a 13-week period, I think it's been pretty consistent. We were going to do them every other week if you remember when we started. But to reconnect, to be able to put out our shows every week, to have feedback that people are enjoying it, that's pretty cool.
Mhm.
Um, and we are really just silly. I am not as mean to her as I am on the show. All right, I am, but it's fine. She doesn't have any feelings.
He's
Depends on
very
the
mean.
day. I'm not mean. I be kind. I'll be kind. So, with that being said, episode 10 comes to an end. Definitely check us out on all of your podcast platforms: iHeart, iTunes, Apple, Amazon, Spotify, and YouTube. Download, subscribe, follow, like, comment, listen, do it all. We need some more subscribers, some more followers. We're not begging, but we are. So please join our journey. Episode 11 next week. Super excited to have Melanie Morley on, as long as she's feeling up to it. And we'll talk about speed dating. Kudos and have fun in Ohio. Are you going to be in Ohio for your birthday?
Yes.
Oh, are they going to throw a party for you there?
Mm, hope so.
Do you come home on that Friday?
I do.
All right. Well, Columbus is a nice city to celebrate your 62nd birthday, so you should enjoy.
Yeah, I've never been there before, so we'll see.
How are you going to do 75 hard there? We should have talked about that.
Well, I know I've been a little worried about it actually because what am I going to do? Just like go run around the parking lot of the hotel? Like, ugh. I mean, the rest of it I can do. It's fine. It's just I'm worried about the outdoor workout because, like, I don't know.
Jumping jacks in the parking lot.
If you guys have any ideas, put them in the comments of how I can get through all of this time.
Perfect. Thanks again for joining us. Episode 10. See you next week.
Bye.